Hi, I'm Nancy Ruby at the Yoga Motion Wellness Academy, and today we're going to practice awakening our third chakra, known as Manipura Chakra. This is commonly known as the solar plexus. It's the seat of our adrenal glands and kidneys, and it also has to do with the fire of our digestion. Not just digesting the food that we put into our bellies, but also digesting information, digesting life. So we're going to wake up this fire a little bit and to begin to create a little bit higher metabolism perhaps so we can better burn that which we take in. So place your hands together in what's called Mukundi Mudra. Your middle finger is extended like a flame, and place that right in front of the solar plexus. You can close your eyes if you'd like and imagine a great sun shining out from this area at your upper belly. And also imagine that color yellow that is represented by the sun. Recognize how your fire is burning today, whether you need to bring the heat up a little bit or calm it down. So let's wake this up with a bit of vibration with the Bija mantra, and the sound is Ram. We'll take a breath in, and as we exhale, we'll chant the sound Ram 3 times on the exhalation. So join me by exhaling first. Deep breath in. Ram, Ram, Ram. Breathing deeply into the lungs so the diaphragm muscle can move easily at the base of the ribs, fanning your internal fire. Release your hands down. Open your hands like the rays of a sun. And again, notice your energy. Do you need to calm it down or fire it up? Let your breath go, and let's reach the arms out like we're just becoming a sun ourselves. Reach up to the sky, and then exhale, release the arms back down. Plug into those first 2 chakras, so the grounding of the first chakra, the fluidity of the second chakra, and now the fire of the third chakra, burning our way into empowerment. Deep breath in. And let's just either grab a wrist or keep the arms open. Just kind of think of yourself as a big flame, just easily moving side to side. Again, you could capture that wrist if you feel more secure. And just notice what you're feeling inside your torso right now. Let your breath flow to continue fanning that fire. And then lift all the way up, let the arms come out. Then turn towards the short end of your mat. Bring the hands into Mukundi Mudra at the third chakra again. Let your breath go. With inhalation, sweep it around again, opening like the sun. And then bend the knees, tilting the pelvis, protecting your lower back, and taking the hands to the floor. Or if you prefer, you could have blocks next to your feet. Curl in and breathe out. Draw yourself upright halfway. Feel the muscles along the backside engaging. And then exhale down again. Curl into that third chakra. Squeeze, opening the space around the back body where the adrenals sit on top of the kidneys. On your next inhalation, come halfway up. Now keep that open feeling in your heart. Bend the knees a lot. And we'll shoot the left leg back. And we're going to turn it so we can ground it. Allow the front knee to bend, pushing the feet into the earth. Hug the legs towards each other. Take the hands to the hips and unhinge into Warrior One. Make sure the back leg is plugged in firmly, keeping that lumbar curve. Press down into the front heel. And then take the arms out either in cactus, or if it feels right, you could take it overhead. And the option is also to draw the gaze up. Take some deep breaths deep into your lungs so you fan that internal fire. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the hands come back to the hips and we'll turn towards the long edge of the mat. So you might need to rearrange your foundation. Press firmly to that back heel always, and then ease into your lunge. Hug the legs towards each other. Fire up the muscles of your hips, and then turn the torso open from the belly, reaching out behind you and in front of you, and sink into your warrior two. Make sure this front knee is facing the little toe, and this back thigh is in line with the heel, not your toes. Looking over those front fingertips, breathe deeply again, fanning your internal fire over and over. Clear out what no longer serves you. Let go. On your next inhalation, push to the feet, straighten the front leg. Let's reach the front arm up and the back arm down. And then bringing the hand to the space where the thigh meets the hip, we'll hinge again and then hinge deep at that groin, placing the forearm on the thigh and lift up. And there's a straight line as you draw the top arm up and shoot it out through the top of your head. So there's this energy all the way across the top side of your torso, and the lower arm can straighten. So you're really lifting yourself up out of the pose and sinking into your hips. Look straight ahead, or if it feels comfortable, turn from the base of your skull and look up and breathe. An extended side angle. Inhaling, let's bring the arm around and bring it down to the floor or the block. Spinning the back foot off the floor, drop the knee. Take both knees back. Move the blocks out of the way if you're using them. Plant your hands firmly on the mat. Lift the sitting bones to create that curve in your lower back. Open the heart, and then pushing just a little bit off the knees. Press into the hands to lift the arms. Press into the feet to lift the sitting bones, and then move those sitting bones up to the sky. Then drawing in on the solar plexus, hugging those front ribs in to bring length into your mid-back. Allow the heels to drop without losing that structure of neutral alignment. Let's breathe. From here, you can choose to lower to your knees or come straight forward into a plank. So push up from the knees or the toes, push-up position. Strong and steady. Melt the heart. Keep the belly lifted and the thighs lifted. Breathe. Feel your power. Gazing forward, lower the knees. Bring the thighs and the hips to the floor. And from here, draw the arms forward into a Sphinx position. Interlace the fingers. Press into the forearms. And then from the knees, scoop the belly and draw up. So you're pulling up from your belly, keeping the legs hugging together, and then draw the knees and the elbows towards each other as you move your heart forward and soften your shoulder girdle. Breathe, building that internal heat. An option is to press to the feet and take the knees off the ground. Make sure the bottom's not going up. You're keeping that curve, but really hugging in right at the base of your ribs. Let's hold for 3 more breaths. Build that internal fire. You can always choose to bring the knees down sooner. No force or strain, a little effort for sure. Then lower the pelvis. Take the hands out, maybe a little further from your shoulders, and then pull back on the arms to open the heart. Breathe into your heart. If you need to be a little bit lower, please adjust. Charge out through the legs. Keep them active. Lifting gently through the belly. Keep it toned. Heart wide open. Pressing into the hands. Draw the hands back by the chest. Lift yourself up out of the pose. Come back into downward dog, lifting from the sitting bones. Press into the hands to keep the arms active and breathe. From here, we're going to bring the right foot just underneath the chest, not too far forward, and then walk to the long edge of your mat. Now, if you want to stretch the legs out wider, you can. Place the hands near the ankles. Bend the knees to tilt the sitting bones up. Again, keep the lumbar curve and lower down. Pull into your stretch, hugging the legs towards each other and really feeling that rotation at the lower back and the lengthening of your spine. Bringing the hands to the hips, bend the knees, tone the belly, unhinge from the hips, and become a big, wide, open sunshine. One more breath. Release the hands down. And we're going to turn towards the left this time. Okay. Planting the back foot, we'll go right into Warrior One by letting the front knee bend over the ankle. Strongly anchor the back leg. Turn the torso towards the short of the mat, hands on the hips, cactus, or overhead. Push down into the soles of the feet. Feel the strength of your legs, the length of your spine. Maybe take the gaze up. Let your hands open like the rays of a sun. One more breath. Then drawing the hands to the hips, swivel the rib cage forward. Again, plant the back foot. Sink deeply into the crease of the back hip. Reach both arms out, parallel to the earth, and settle into your form, opening that inner back thigh, keeping your torso upright, and then turn and look over the front fingertips. Strong, powerful warrior. Release the hands down, release your breath, straighten the front leg without locking the knee. Take the arm overhead, and then bring that hand right at the point, at the groin where the hips meet the thigh. Sink down, hinge right there into the hip joint, and then let the other arm come either straight up or spinning the bicep towards your ear, reach overhead. Lift and lengthen the torso as you sink the legs. Possibly add more strength by just straightening the arm in front of that bent knee, and breathe. Build your strength. Build your power. From here, take the top arm around. Drop it down. This time you can either drop again to all fours or lift up directly into downward dog. Do what feels most graceful to you. Sitting bones high, arm bones high, heart melts, and breathe. Again, drawing into a push-up position from the knees or the toes, either one will do. Hold that steadiness. Feel yourself toning the belly, strong at the belly, legs hugging together, looking forward. Bring it down, still looking forward. Slide the hands in underneath so that the elbows are under the shoulders. Interlace the fingers. Push down into the forearms to lift the belly. Curl in. Press into the knees and hug to midline. Option to take the knees off the floor. Lift your head from the back of your neck. Keep it light. Feel the heat building at your solar plexus. Knees down or knees up. Use your breath to hold your form. Then slowly lower the pelvis. Open the arms. Take cobra or sphinx. I like to call it sphinx with my arms out in front. You could lower it a little bit by bringing the elbows forward. Soften the heart. And then push into the hands so the elbows flare. Hands come back by the chest. Big shoulder loop. Peel off the floor. Take downward dog. Step just underneath your chest so you can easily turn to the long edge of the mat. Widen your stance if you prefer. Bend the knees, sitting bones high, and keeping the belly tone, fold forward. Keep that breath active. Let it fan your fire. Sink into the legs. Tone the belly, hands to the hips. Unhinge all the way up. Spread out like a big sunshine that you are. And then bend the knees. Step the feet together. Return to Mukundi Mudra. Drop in, arrange yourself, find that mountain pose, feel the heat you've generated, and one more time we'll chant the Bija mantra Ram. Let your breath go. Take a deep breath in. Ram, Ram, Ram. May your fire burn brightly. Namaste.